cat pig, how am I supposed to survive this? Hi. Hello, and welcome to the stream. Okay, so today, more arting, more raffle arting. We have an ad break in a few seconds, so I'll see you after that because I have to figure out my lighting situation beforehand. So I'll leave you for another 3 minutes. I hope you're okay with that. And we're back. In the meantime, I'm trying to figure out a way to make my life a little bit easier. So give me another minute. I'm very sorry. Because I keep missing the ad breaks, I think using Twitch, using Discord. No, Feldy Brain, come on, Feldy Brain, work. I thought maybe using OBS to monitor my ad status would be a better idea. I just need to. Then this should technically work for me. Ah, so much better. Is it working? I'm not sure. Maybe, maybe not. Can I F5 this? Nah, I cannot reload it. Okay, it was worth a try. Yeah, I was hoping that I maybe could just pop my ad thingy into OBS as a little as a little Docker. That did not work. Not really. Too bad. Also, did I just see? Did I just spy with my little eye that it's not a cat picture, but I can live with that. Kind of like that. Is it a sketch, or you think this is something finished? What you just sent me? Ah, you're working on it. You're working on it. Okay, that's good. Alrighty. So, and let's do it the old-fashioned way. To the digitals. There we go. There we go. Because I finished the Firemane chibi off stream, I think it looks pretty good. It looks the way it should, I think. I definitely like the way it turned out, even though it doesn't quite look like the samples. But for me, I don't know, having a very consistent background, a very consistent style, not for me. Firemane, stop saying you're sorry that you're late. I'm happy that you came in the first place. Stop it. Time to stop. So, that's Firemane. That's yours. And then I assume that the other one that I was supposed to be, that I'm supposed to be drawing, probably is a present for someone, or fan arty stuff, which I'm not opposed to. Though I've seen that character, that person definitely going from one raffle to another. Let's put it like that. It's not bad. It's okay. It's just something that I noticed. So, well, as long as they don't complain, I'm fine. Ha, you guys think I'm not looking into the people that enter my raffle, especially if it's just 2 people in the first place. We might as well. So, what kind of pose do I want to give her? It would definitely help if I had some kind of personality to work off of. But I guess I have to work on a whim here. She looks very much like a mage or a wizard. Something along those lines. The design, very intricate, pretty nice. Color palette around the outfit, and super colorful hair. That's going to be interesting to paint. But first, I'll have to figure out a good pose. So, what kind of pose do I want to give this? I I just noticed. Give me a second. I could technically... Nah, bad idea. Better not. Was about to say I could technically just put my other screen in a bit of a different position, but that might be a bit too... You knew my personality well enough to have something to go off of. Yes, I was more going off of the lore that you threw at me. Or better, I was kind of thinking that a character like that would work good with a pose like this. Just from the character design itself. This is a bit more complicated because I don't know what kind of mage this character is. I can see that they are into tarot cards. So maybe I'll incorporate that into the whole thing. Who knows? Maybe it's a traditional witch. Could also be. Gives you Egyptian vibes. Then there would also be some kind of headdress, and the makeup would be kind of different. For me, it looks more like one of these traditional magicians. It just needs a top hat. The character just needs a top hat, and it would just look like your good old magician, illusionist, technically. Because magician and wizard are two completely different things. One is working with illusions, the other one is basically... It's the skin tone and the purple, since that's the color of royalty. Doesn't have to be. Technically, purple is also kind of associated with magic. Blue and purple usually. So, though I kind of like the contrast, because we're having a complementary contrast with the yellow and the purple here. We have a light dark contrast with the black and white, so we have a really nice setup here. I don't have to do much work apart from, well, drawing, which is kind of nice. So pose. Is this Mortal Wombat? It is indeed. Mortal Wombat! Yeah. Sitting pose, huh? I don't know. Maybe the character is casting spells with these cards. Oh, I would have loved to have some lore with it. That would be kind of cool. However, I think if I go for this character casts spells with their cards. I think I kind of like that idea. Since the character is a mage, maybe they are sitting in their tower using their tarot cards. I just don't want to draw a sitting pose. I want to have a bit more of a dynamic pose. Something that screams, I have the power! Kinda. So maybe I'll do something that fits more that vibe. Then maybe a handful of cards right there. You know, a little bit Cardcaptor Sakura vibes. Why not? Might as well. Ideally, the character was actually kind of inspired by Cardcaptor Sakura, which would be a really, really nice touch. Oh. Do not disturb mode. I completely forgot about it. Where am I? Notifications. Do not disturb. Till this evening. There we go. Do not disturb mode. Because I'm easily disturbed. Nah. Just kidding. We have Booba right here. And I might want to make this a little bit smaller. And also crank up the resolution. I mean, if I already have to... let's go for 2500 pixels in height. Okay, that should hopefully not make this too... It's okay-ish. It's not too pixel-y. Think I can live with it. So we have the Booba. Right here. Because it's definitely easier to draw a character unclothed and then put on the clothing than the other way around. Contrast between my character and theirs is like whiplash. Very different. Yeah, definitely. Though to be fair, you're also kind of a character design beginner. Still got a lot to learn, and this is definitely a lot more thought out. Also, the hairstyle is kind of interesting. It's getting close to mine. Also working within the limitations of the Vroid engine. Well, that's what you put onto yourself for using Vroid in the first place. Learn to draw, then you have no more limitations. Do we still have the 1, 2, 3? Kind of 3 heads. So, I'm trying to understand how to draw repeating patterns in Krita. That's actually really easy. I'll quickly open up a new thing. Let's quickly grab a 256 by 256, just to demonstrate. So, people keep telling me that like I haven't tried. It's not that you didn't try. It's more that you still lack enough. You lack the experience to have a good sense of character design. But that comes with practice. Practice makes perfect because it builds those little roadways in your brain. And the more you repeat the practice, the bigger the roads get in your brain that kind of carry the knowledge that you've learned and practiced. It's not a bad thing. So, repeating patterns. Actually pretty easy, because we have one really great tool in Krita, which is this here. This is basically our tool to draw a pattern in the first place. So let's zoom a little bit out. This is our canvas. When we turn this here on, it's basically just tiling our little square piece against itself. So we can basically just use this as a tool to, I don't know, maybe draw a heart here, have a little flower there, maybe a few dots here and here. And if you turn it off, you can practically see where it tiles and where it connects. It gets kind of complicated if you're trying to transform elements, definitely. Or if you're trying to move them around, because it's you can't move them around that freely. Ideally, you kind of want to make your elements there where you need them. Else it's just getting a bit difficult to move around. And I have yet to find a better way to do this than just draw it right on the canvas. So yeah, that's kind of how that works. It's the easiest way for now, and also the only way that I know of. So I think I can actually turn this into something pretty decent. As in, I can make it turn it into a good pose. I thought my character designs were better and I improved. I know I have a lot to learn, but as someone who has never taught the basics, I figure I was doing all right for myself. You have to learn the fundamentals before you can actually do something well. I know it's dry, it's boring, but if you know what you're doing, it's so much easier to actually work on something good. Once you actually internalize the fundamentals, it's also so much easier to break the rules because you know them in the first place. And it's okay to not make it great the first time. It's more important that you learn from your mistakes and learn what you need to improve on. There we go. I thought the music was a bit too loud, just a smidgen. Also, I feel like wearing my hat. Yeah. Maybe also... Whoops. Ah. Maybe also add some hair. Because I feel like it. Having my designs regarded as bad kind of stings a bit, but that is my own problem, I suppose. I wouldn't call them bad, I just would call them underripe. They are not ripe yet. Like a banana that still needs to ripen. We are green potatoes. We're not ripe yet. Tell you that much, you're going to suck for a long time before you actually get good. And that sucking for a long time may sting a shit ton, but you only suck to improve. It's hard to learn something if you only get praise for something, right? Because then you don't know where your mistakes lie. What's this weird music? I don't know. Sounds kind of weird. I'll skip it. As in this harmony is kind of off-putting for me. I don't know why. Don't really get praise. My character designs don't get comments whenever I upload them to my DV. It is what it is. I also don't get any comments to whatever I upload, so... Not gonna lie, I wish I would get negative attention to my work, so I can at least figure out what's not working. I guess that's just asking too much. I guess that's just asking too much. Oh well. Stop sharing them in Discord servers because they're always ignored and glazed over in favor of real artists. So you're posting that art for attention instead of expression? At least that's what I'm taking away from. I mean, I've been there a lot as well, just being ignored. But you know what? That doesn't deter me. At some point, someone that might resonate with my pieces comes out of the woodworks and says, "Hey, this is cool." Share them to get feedback. Understandable that you're then kind of annoyed. But let me give you that piece of advice. If you want to get feedback, then directly ask people. Directly ask artists that you've connected to what they think. And not just me, please. Attention is a bonus. Yeah, that's kind of true. Attention is kind of a bonus. There's so much share on this. Not quite sure if I'm actually doing this right, because those little side pieces there don't quite add up. With the rest of the design. So I have to think around that. Probably because it's attached to those side bangs here. And translating that into a chibi is a bit of a more difficult one. I think now I get the bangs. Now I understand the bangs! Yoo-hoo! Yeah, I get it. It kind of sucks when your art ends up on, I don't know, not even one like or reaction. But sometimes you just have to get out of your way and actively ask for feedback. You won't get around it. Yep, I think I'll do it like this. Also, this kind of needs to be a little bit thicker. This time I really need to figure out the eyes. As in where they are placed. So I don't just mess up the whole face. Tried that and got ignored. Well, then go to someone else. One try doesn't work. Or try someone else. Do we have... Nope, no lipstick. Okay, never mind. That would have looked nice with lipstick on. What kind of eyes do we have? Winged ones, okay. At the current moment, I'm trying to teach myself how to animate so I can make use of my characters. You mean animating with Vroid? Never even gave it a try. At least not yet. Ooh, Final Fantasy. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'll figure it out. Like I've been doing it everything with everything else. Yeah, at some point you definitely figure it out, but it usually has its perks to have someone that can give proper feedback. There are actually some art discords out there that have an active feedback kind of program here and there. Oh, don't ask me for links. I just know that they exist. I don't know where, sadly. She looks mad. She looks evil at this point. Not sure if that's such a good idea. Oh, maybe I'll manage somewhere over the rainbow. Maybe I'll manage to make this expression a bit more heroic than plain evil. Might also be the eyeballs that make it look that evil. Because now she kind of looks like she's having rings under her eyes. Still need to draw those damn shoes. Of course they had to have an intricate design like this. Tss. Her eyes look like mine. Ooh, checking out the silly you sent me? Of course I will. Give me a second. Oh wait, that's silly. Yeah, it's cute. Kinda like it. A little bit, there could be a bit more contrast in the shading. It's still kinda shallow. Maybe around around the edges you might want to go a little bit darker to give it a bit more depth. Darker and a little bit more saturated. Ideally, you also want to go for a slight hue shift towards the cooler colors to help you out even more with the depth. We also still have something around here, but I can't really draw that because it's kind of can send you on what it's based on. Well, that doesn't change the fact that it's I see. Yeah, that might work in pixel art. It's just without knowing that's what I'm having ideas on. Hey, Squiggity Goo, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. And you're not drunk as fuck like the rest of our little circle of friends. So we're having this and then there. Oh, there's still something in between here. Okay, then I'll have to add another piece of fabric that fits in right here. Oh.
How did you know I was hungover?
Because you always are, which is definitely not a good sign. Also, I was talking to Squiggums, not you. So yeah, maybe don't. Okay, let's add a bit of a detail layer with a darker color right here. A lot darker. Why is that so bright?
You just can't wait for me to die, can you?
I don't want you to die! Stop it, Firemane. No! Be good. But yeah, please don't overdo whatever makes you hungover. It's bad for you. Especially because the hangover is usually a sign that the thing is bad for you. Like, it makes your brain work a lot less efficient. Thanks to dehydration and whatever else you're, you know. I'm here for a fun time, not a lot. I'm sorry that I'm being honest. I've always been the type to just spit the facts as they come. Though sometimes I gotta admit I don't know what I'm talking about. You and me both. Well, question is just how solid are the facts that you're spitting? Like, I'm the type that that's just stating the mere obvious. Like, if you have a hangover, the thing that gives you the hangover probably is not the best thing for you. Like, your body is already telling you the day after that this was not a good idea. Doesn't mean that we don't do it anyway. Though doing it all the time, yeah. Probably the worst idea one can ever have. Technically, I should be going like, yeah, you should only live straight edge and vegan, but nah. I'd be a hypocrite for that. Just don't do it all the damn time. Especially if your body already tells you that it's not good for it. Let's see, maybe different expression might help here. Already going into a good direction. Also, I'll be posting the results once I'm done with both. I also have to figure out if I can do the whole raffle thing via Vegan. Just for shits and giggles. And because I haven't seen, because I haven't looked at it before. Usually blunt to fault because I've run out of fucks to give anymore. Yeah, I kind of get that one. I've gotten there as well. At some point, you're just going like, okay, guys, I'm done with being nice. The best thing you can get is kind, and that also means that I'm going to tell you what I'm thinking about a thing, even though you don't like it. Doesn't always work because some people just can't take criticism. And some people just have a bit of an emotional problem when it comes to well, technically that is the reason why they can't take criticism. They are emotionally way too invested into this the stuff they are doing. She says, well, she's heavily emotionally invested into her own art. Yes, I agree. I'm a bit of a hypocrite on this one. Though I try to take criticism if I can work with it. If it's constructive criticism, I'll take it. I'll take it like a big one. Though if you're just throwing ad hominems at me, yeah, nah, that's not gonna work. I don't know. That mouth doesn't quite work for me. It just... Maybe I need to rethink the mouth. It's too big. I think it's just too big. It's too big and too chunky for this face. Let me have a thunk. Also, when you're blunt, you also have to be able to take the same amount of bluntness from other people. Very important. Because it makes no sense to be blunt yourself if you can't take it the other way around. Just sometimes a little bit hard, right? And as long as it doesn't turn into a pattern of behavior, should be fine to sometimes go like, yeah, I'm not good at taking criticism right now. I want people to be upfront with me. I don't like the game of trying to figure out intent and what it is they are trying to tell me. That's one side of the medal. The other one I'm going to explain after the ads, because we're very close to having ads again. How the hell is time running so fast? I mean, I only have the ads once an hour and they're already getting back at me. Holy shit. Come on. Where's my ads? Hello. There we go. Got a short ad break. Well, short-ish. We'll be right back. In the meantime, I can have a little bit to drink. Water. Best thing in the world. We are made 70% out of it. So does our lovely earth. Life elixir. Quite literally. There is no oh wait, no. Oh, I was about to keep drawing. Yeah, nah, not gonna do that. Still having ads. But yeah, without water, there's no life. But that's, I don't know. It is known. It's nothing new. It's just nothing new. Just throwing out wisdoms that everyone should know. Basically. Astrobot. I will never play this one because I will never have a PS5. Alright, we're back from the ads. I completely forgot where I was. I just hope I can remember at some point. I think it was about taking criticism and not being good at it. Was something along those lines. That looks more like a face that's working. Yeah. There we go. Still no nose, but we have a nicer mouth. Something about the other side of the coin. Oh god. Yeah, the other side of the coin is that you have to be able to take the exact same stuff. The stuff you're dishing out, you also have to take. That's where I was. Exactly. So yeah, you kind of have to see that if you're dishing out your upfront bluntness, you also have to kind of count on getting it back yourself. That's also a little bit of a pitfall of some people. They really want to dish out the blunt, but they can't take it. Those people usually are also the ones that have a lot to learn in their lives. Especially how they themselves work. How other people work. Also still have to learn a lot. I'm not gonna pretend as if I know everything. Because I don't. Beep. I wish I knew everything, but I would probably go mad. If I am not already. Oh god. Just imagine me knowing everything. I would probably actually go mad. Any person would go mad if they were omnipotent is all able to do everything. Omniscient could be all knowing. Not quite sure about it, but I think omniscient is all knowing. Or is that all seeing? Like I said, I want bluntness because I'm terrible at picking up cues. Yeah, that's the tism. Don't like the social game where I have a handicap of having a hard time of trying to figure out their intent and then what it is they are trying to tell me under the surface. That one's kind of tricky, especially because, well, in your case and in my case, we're both talking about being neurodivergent, aka you with your autism, me with my ADHD, and potentially autism. You never know. And it's kind of tricky because quote unquote normal people just don't tick that way. They kind of read between the lines, even if there's nothing between the lines in the first place, which is kind of making me go like, why are you like this? It kind of feels like those people are broken. And I'm not even sure if they're purposefully broken or if they're just broken because they they had something fucked up going on in their lives. Hey, you know what? It just means that we have to work harder to figure out why people are the way they are. Kind of like detectives. It is definitely stress-inducing. And probably also the main reason why I don't like socializing that much. However, it can also be incredibly fun to figure out how people work. Because as soon as you see the patterns, how people work, especially the more broken ones, or the ones that have their issues, the easier it is to figure out where they are going. And then the last thing you have to figure out is how to either stop them in their tracks if they are basically harming everyone around them, or you remove yourself from them, which is usually the easier way to handle people like that. Remove yourself from them, or at least try go minimum contact. It's not super easy, but it goes, it works. It kind of works. Issues in abundance, though. I try to keep them to myself, but it's still, yeah, I have that with my art sometimes. Well, oftentimes. Just need to keep in the back of your head that people cannot read your mind. And that's actually a good thing. I would be terrified if people could read my mind. I would probably go really rogue if people could read my mind. Not gonna lie. Or I would be even more scared of people. People would probably be disturbed if they read my mind. My head is not a pleasant place to be. Well, to a certain degree, your head is, or at least to a certain part, your head is also a place of your own creation. Better you reinforce the patterns that are not good for you. Also something I have to internalize a lot. Because my brain is also sometimes in my way, in the worst kind of way. I have a lot of knowledge. Applying it is the other one. Knowing is one part. Applying it is the different one. And I know some people don't want to hear that their mind space is partially a result of their own making, but let's be honest. There's no one else in your head apart from you. So you're the only one who can actually control what's going on in there. So the best thing to do is to figure out what caused that mess in your head and see if the thing that caused the stuff, the issues, if that still applies, if that basically coping mechanism for whatever you're struggling with is justified, or if you need to change strategies. I'm trying to change strategies. It ain't easy. It definitely ain't easy. Because it takes effort to change the way you live. But it's definitely worth it. It's worth the outcome. And that's something you have to always keep in your mind. Most of my skills I've learned, like video editing, 3D modeling, etc., were done out of spite. Huh. I don't know, I've rarely learned something out of spite. I usually learned it because it just looked interesting and I wanted to see how things could interact if I combine the skills that I already have with the thing I'm trying to do. It's getting harder and harder to find something new to combine with my old skill sets. Yeah, spite can only get you so far. Let alone if that spite vanishes because, I don't know, you've made up with the person. Then you just drop the skill. Which is also kind of meh. It may work for some people, but it certainly doesn't for me. At least not in the long run. For me, it's more, oh, a shiny! I need to hunt the shinies! Which also ends me up in completely forgetting that the shiny exists once I found a new one. I just hope that this shiny, that the whole streaming thing is not ending up being outshined by something else. Because, well, as you can see, I'm getting stuff done while I have you guys around. That's actually pretty good. You are my driver. My spite is aimed towards others and at myself. Eh. Eh. Not quite sure how to take that one. I just hope that this is the right direction. Should be. Little bit of décolleté. Not sure about the English word. triangular one. Okay, then we don't need it like this. Just looked like a flat one, but actually there is this triangle here. Kind of like a penguin or a magician. Probably is a magician character. Well, then we are going like this, and then like this. Over here, and then I'm just going to incorporate that one into the back of this. Giving me Dark Magician Girl vibes. Kinda. Also, the hair color is interesting, and it's probably also going to be interesting to draw this. Like, there are so many colors in here. So many colors. How do you hold a... let me think. I need cards. I need a reference of holding cards. I think I kind of got this. It's kind of like holding a fan. But not quite. So we have quite a few cards here. Then I can just use different heights to indicate that we're having different cards here. Might even wanna put that a little bit lower so it doesn't connect to this one, so it doesn't look like it does connect right here. Nah, the lips just don't work here. But I really do like the way this is looking. There are definitely a few more things that I'm probably doing wrong here. For example, that thing here. There is... There we go. This looks a lot more like it. And this corset slash body also has a golden trim that we shouldn't forget. I'm carefully indicating which parts are black and which ones are staying white, just to make things easier for me. Oh, wait! Forgot this. I definitely forgot this. And that's not going to be too hard to take care of. This is not attached to the thumb, so it's technically already enough if I'm just going like this. And do that like here. Was so close. Wait, are they white or are they black? They're white. And then the little... It's not embroidery. It's... lace. The lace is dark. I'll keep it easy. I'll keep it simple. Then this is dark. This is dark. And this is dark. Coloring this is going to be fun. And this is dark. What's that? Oh, that's hair. Okay, okay. And you have to figure out your own sketch because you can't quite make out the elements. Shall I return, for I am making another cup of coffee. Yeah, make me one too. Send it through the send it through the chat. I could do with a cup of coffee as well. Ah, I'm seriously thinking of maybe getting myself some kind of energy drink right now. 'Cause my brain's just not computing too well. Okay, we also have small stars in here. Looks like they're just a few stars. I'll probably put them there when I'm not forgetting about them during the finalization stage. Let's just hope I don't. Okay. Tuning the sketch down. Group layer. Put that here. And an extra layer just for the line art. Okay, let's start with the line art and let's hope that I'm actually doing this well. Oh, come on, we're talking about line art. How hard can that be? Also, the nice thing about doing line art, you can still make some small changes whenever you do. Ay. Who is now disrupting? Why the hell is he messaging me? Oh, well. Ha! I kind of like the not quite black outline. Might actually look good on this character. Let's fix those eyes here, because it was not quite... Getting messages here. Why? Why? Already looks a lot less aggressive. Coffee! The beverage of the gods. Tell you that much. Without coffee or anything caffeinated, I probably wouldn't survive the day. Green Path. I loves me Green Path. Just a very interesting remix. Lo-fi remix. I require coffee to... Yes, so do I. So do I. We need coffee. Alright, and now actually the eye looks a lot more like it's looking in that direction. Hello, BMW tuner. Hello, welcome to the stream. Nice to have you around. How has your day been? Because currently we're drawing some chibis for our raffle winners. And once that's done, I'm gonna start the next one. Cause I need something to do! I need something to do! Now I got enough stuff to do. I have what feels like 1,000 projects just on the back burner. Just really finish them. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I think I like the way this eye is going. A little bit here. Yeah. But yeah, there is no love without coffee. There is no day without coffee. Just to remind myself that this is actually hair, I'm just going to add a strand here before I use the wrong... All fine, your seat will be already play. Ah, nice. That's really nice. Well, seat, the sofa. But hey, that's kind of cool. Because Vlad and I actually figured out how to use my Steam Deck as a console. So we can play stuff together on his TV. Tangents! Why do they have to be here? Okay, then I have to move the ear just slightly. Just a little bit over here. There we go. Now, this is going a bit better. I just don't want stuff to touch like this. Other people don't like food to touch. I don't like lines to touch, though it's for a different reason. Because it's kind of hard to figure out what's belonging together and what's not if lines are kind of touching. It's called tangents. Makes things a little less readable. As in, it's hard to figure out what's actually a separate object and what's just detail. By the way, you'll probably find this funny, but some of my coworkers keep telling me I look German, which I take as a compliment. Okay. I don't know what German looks like, but okay. I have no idea as well, but I'll take it. Yeah. It's just really weird. I don't know how to properly distinguish Middle Europeans from each other. I don't know how someone would look German or look Polish or I don't know, looks Czech. Middle Europeans kind of look the same-ish. Might even go so far to even include the Netherlands, Denmark, and Sweden. So how the hell does someone look German? Why so specific? It's weird. It's really weird. Ah, okay. Just looking where the this is going, the neck area, because it's kind of complicated to make a good chibi if you have to ditch some details that look important. I'm not sure if they are, but well, me and figuring out important details, kind of hard. Okay, now the big question is, are we having a tangent here? Because it's kind of close to each other. Maybe I just want to put that line a little further back so that tangent isn't too bad. Hey, my family does originate from Germany, but we've not set a foot in that place of origin for well over 100 years. Well, do you really wanna? At this point, everything's Americanized anyway. It's not that much different. I mean, we do have a bit of a different culture to a degree, but it's not that different at this point. It's mostly the details that are kind of different. Which just makes you stop and go like, it's weird, but I guess it's German. Kinda love those videos that are about the difference between German and American culture. Because especially when you're looking at it from the German side, you already know a lot about American culture. Thanks to the internet and media as a whole. I mean, we all kind of take quite a few chunks from American culture. Also, my headphones just told me that my batteries are low. I do not like that. It's kind of interesting. To be fair, we didn't exactly ask the world to replicate us. I wouldn't say that. Especially when it came to stuff that came after World War II. I wouldn't be so sure about that. Because the US was pretty good at culturally squeezing themselves into everyone else's culture. Not that I'd condemn it, it's just stuff that happens with globalization. It's nothing bad, it just exists. Let alone that America is already somewhat of a cultural melting pot. People don't like to admit it, but there are so many cultures within the stuff that's going on in America. So denying that origin is kind of stupid. Nah, stupid is the wrong word for it. It's ignorant. It's ignorant. It's willfully ignorant to think that American culture is not a melting pot, but it's as well kind of ignorant to think that America has no culture, because that's also wrong. It's just an amalgamation of a lot of different cultures. A lot of people often use Americanized as an insult. Yeah, I wouldn't use it as an insult because that wouldn't be fair. It's just a thing I noticed that has been quite prevalent throughout history. That Americans really like to put their own culture onto other people. In a bad and a good way. I mean, you always get the good and the bad with stuff like that. It's also kind of ignorant to say that there's only bad with it. Certainly it is annoying because some kind of traditions just die when another culture is... I think the best way to describe it is with playing Civilization, because there you actually have some kind of cultural dominance system to get more territory, and it kind of is somewhat simplified but accurate. That you can kind of take over other cultures by basically convincing other people of your own culture. It just has to happen in good faith. You can't just go somewhere and morally grandstand. Just doesn't work. And I think that's something that has been lost in modern discourse. That just because you think you are morally sound doesn't mean that you actually are. To be fair, Britain, Italy, and every other empire has done it. Yeah, I remember the white spots on the map back in the 1800s, I think it was, from history class as well. That was a wild time. That was a really wild time. The colonization era. Like, damn! And to a degree, there has been a lot of shit going on in that era. And it probably could have went better if there was a respectful understanding of the nations that they went into. Oh well, what happened happened. Now we can only make the best of it. Yeah. People tend to forget America isn't the only empire to have spread its culture, but we are the most vilified. I wouldn't go there exactly. I would say more that American culture is very dominant, definitely. Partially also because of what used to be American pride, kinda. Like the whole, yeah, we Americans are so great, blah 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 blah. You guys just cranked it down to cranked it up to 11, and we Germans here are just sitting like, Fußball? We only allow ourselves national pride, even though I find national pride kind of silly. We only allow ourselves national pride when it comes to sports. Which I find legit, definitely legit, because those people that represent the differing nations, they earned that. They did earn it. But I wouldn't say I won if, for example, Germany would get the World Cup again. Because I didn't do shit. I also wouldn't say we won if Germany would get the World Cup again. Because I didn't do shit. It's also why I find stuff like Eurovision Song Contest kinda silly, but let them have it. Sometimes some interesting stuff is coming out of it. And then we have Germany being the last nation to even be mentioned. It's not the first time. It's definitely not the first time, and it won't be the last. That we're taking, well, that Germany is taking last place. Almost fell into that trap. Why am I still getting... I think we've toned down over the years. Yeah. Yes and no. Because now Americans assume that their culture is just the dominant one. As in the Americans really like to use their standards for everyone else. Yeah. Where I'm also not a fan from. Of. Yes, of. I would even go so far to call that when one grows up in a country, is it not normal to use the standards of that country in a national context? It's definitely normal. But if you are using your national or your nationally cultural standards on an international level, you gotta have to keep in the back of your mind other people have different cultures. They're coming from different cultures. You cannot just assume that you are the standard. Maybe the standard of said country, but certainly not the world standard. And that's where Americans have these really stupid habits of using their own standards on an international stage. It just does not work. I mean, I wouldn't assume that all of the houses that you guys build have shutters like ours, or the way that the windows open and close. I do not assume that. Hell, when I once went to America, I was fascinated because for the first time in my fucking life, I've seen doorknobs. Might sound crazy, but doorknobs are not a standard here. We don't use that. Our standard is a normal handle. And it's just fascinating how countries can differ in so absolutely minute things. It was also my first time to be in a shower that has, what was it? Shower strength or water pressure combined with heat. it does not compute in my head. It just does not compute. It's not a normal shower for me. Let alone that I'm already not a fan of stationary showers, which I had to encounter as well. Like, I like to lead my water to where I want it to be. I'm a very particular person about that. However, we have ads in a few seconds. Heck no, 2 states are the same. Each state in the US has its own unique customs, traditions, and culture. We have the same. Oh, wait, I missed the ads. Yeah, I'm still not good at this. I thought that was about to get ads. I'm stupid right now. Definitely have to figure out how to stream or bot. But yeah, every country and states has their own customs and traditions. But the small things between countries is kind of interesting. As I said, I was fascinated about doorknobs. Because it's just kind of weird for me. I grew up in the South, and when I was forcefully moved to New England, it was unpleasant culture shock. Yeah, that can happen. If I would be moving to, I don't know, Berlin all of a sudden, I would probably also get some kind of culture shock, because it's just so different. The mentality is different, for starters, from where I'm living at. Though, to be fair, Berlin is very, very, very special. For it is our capital. Or, for example, if I were... Oh, let's go for an extreme example. If I were to move to Bavaria, culture shock would be weird. The culture shock would really kill me, because I already know a few things about Bavarian culture that are very different from what I'm used to. They still have a bit more of a traditionalist tinge, especially when it comes to their politics. And they also are very tied to their own traditions, which is not a bad thing. Traditions certainly have their place. Just depends on how you practice them. And as long as those traditions do not harm the freedoms of other people, why should I complain? Because that's usually where I draw the line. When people use their culture, trying to forcing them onto other people. And there are some really, really vicious methods out there of doing that. The South and New England are polar opposites in politics, culture, and even, well, to be fair, you guys even have more than one climate zone. So yeah, that the weather is different is a given. I would be surprised if there wasn't a difference between, I don't know, North Carolina weather and Texas weather. You are on completely different climate zones. It would be kind of weird if there wasn't a difference. The differences we also have to celebrate. One way or another. Just don't push it onto other people. Because that's usually what backfires. Never force other people into what you're into. Most of the time we're at each other's throats. Yeah, that's just a problem. Because you still have to have in the back of your mind that you have to work together to get the whole country forward. And if you just keep fighting, it's not gonna get anywhere. Quite the contrary, the whole country is going to is split. And in the end, you just have infighting until everything just breaks apart. Instead of figuring out what you have in common, and trying to see the other side, at least to a degree, trying to see where they're coming from. I just don't get it. How people can be that stubborn. Of not even trying to understand the other side. But that's not even an American only thing. I would even argue that it is a lack of appreciation for emotional maturity. US as it is currently are like a bunch of roommates who tolerate one another. That's very nicely put. That's really nicely put, considering that you guys are more or less at each other's throats here and there. Not even because you are living in a different state, just because you are voting for a different color. That's all that is. Politics is just, yeah, red or blue. At least in the Americas. I still don't get how you can live like that. Not even trying to form coalitions depending on policy. And stuff. I mean, I've been told there are coalitions in US politics, but I don't see it. I only see Democrats and Republicans. Where are the other parties? Where are the other parties? And what the hell did you do to them? It's like there's never been anything else. Of course you're stagnating then. The big two usually team up and curb stomp any party that tries to stand up. Yeah, that's the problem. You know who the problem is? Everyone who decides to just stick to those two options. Not getting anywhere by just voting black or white, red or blue. Left or right. Yeah, no, that's not how the world works. We're not black and white. We have so many nuances, so many gray space, and so many different... I should stop rambling. But it just annoys me so bad. With the whole black and white thinking, if you're not on that side, you have to be on the other one. No, that's not how the world works. That's not how people work. People are nuanced. People have differing opinions on different topics. My party gets stumped in any election because we're political minority, because both sides hate us. Keep going. Keep doing it. Keep voting for them. Because that vote is coming out of principle. That vote is not coming there to win. You're doing it because you believe in these people. And that's important. You don't do the football politics, you do the actual politics. You go in there and say, okay, I really like the way they view the world. I can very much agree on what they are standing for. That's what the vote should supposed to be for. Not the, oh yeah, I like this sports, I like this sports team. I like the blue sports team, so I vote blue. I like the red sports team because I like red. What kind of thought is going into that? We've yet to have a president in office or even get a candidate into the running. Unimportant. It's an uphill battle, yes. But why shouldn't you fight? Why shouldn't you fight to change something? And maybe in the process make things better. We kind of have to. Add some of that white right here, because it kind of makes sense when I follow the line that we're ending up on down there. We're trying, but it's hard, and when you're at the bottom of the hill and having boulders rolled down at you, well, it's a Sisyphean task. Is that the right word? But it's still, sorry, it's still better than giving up. Giving up is the requirement to fail. And to be fair, if you're at the bottom, you only have one way. Am I right or am I right? Okay, we have the line art. Did I miss anything? No, I think it looks good so far. I think I managed to line every item. I still have to figure out what to do with the cards. And I also have to see if I have... No, I have not missed any. I haven't missed anything. It's hard, but life is hard. And knowing that, gotta take on that challenge. There we go. Okay, everything filled here. Looks like it. Oh, yeah. Every nook and cranny filled. Nice. Honestly, wouldn't surprise me if we as a country fracture within the next 50 years or so. That depends on how you guys conduct yourself. That really depends on what you're going to do. If you keep going like that, can kind of see that coming. But if the majority of you actually manage to turn around and go like, yeah, I prefer to maybe work together towards a better future instead of just fighting over who's morally superior. Well, you know where I'm getting at, right? Okay. There. That's the right one. And then we have some purple here. And here. And here. I did it right there, but not there. I can still fix this, though. There. That works. Nope. This one. Yeah, now it still works. Big two have all the power and everyone use everything in black and white, and even amongst the big two there is so much infight. Yes, yes. And it'll take time to actually convince people that things could be different. It's not gonna be easy. That all the infighting is just stupid. It's gonna take a while. Because people are kinda stuck up in their left versus right bullshit. We've spoken about the World Cup earlier, right? It's a lo-fi version of Waka Waka. Waka 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 Waka. Don't want to work together, they want to see the... You're telling me nothing new! But you are not them, are you? Gotta lead. Everyone has to lead by example. Otherwise, there is not going to be any change in the first place. Why is this not working? Then I'll fill it from by hand. Restroom calls. Good luck. No, not gradient. The hell? Oh, because up there. Now. I didn't see that. God damn it. Gosh dang darn it. Hey, waka waka, eh, eh. It's really weird to sing this in so slow. Put the gold on a different layer because shading that is going to be interesting, to say the least. Hello, Snuckles. Welcome to the stream. Listening to the debate conversation, quite interesting, like the art today. Thank you very much! Thank you so much that you like the art. To be fair, my art can vary by quite a margin here and there, depending on how I'm feeling. So today, I have a promise to keep. So I'll be drawing the raffle art. Gonna sit differently, as my ass is not happy with me. Okay, that's all the gold parts. There is still purple part that I forgot about. Whew. Oh, when it comes to debates, I wouldn't say I'm weird. I'm just trying to take into account more than just one side. Ain't easy, but it's the best we can do, right? Just find it kind of funny how people can we can destroy ourselves so easily by just disagreeing. Doesn't mean that I want everyone to have the same opinion, because that would be very boring. Very boring. But at least dealing better with disagreeing would be a start. Just have to relearn how to disagree better. I think then things would be a lot easier in the long run, or in the bigger picture. Whoops. All right, we also have a whole lot of colors. Oh boy. A whole lot of colors in the hair. So many colors. Welcome back, Firemane. I hope you had a good dump. Okay, I was disgusted myself by just saying that. I will never do this again. Lol. You did. Good. Okay, there we have red. There we have the purples. We also have a little bit of turquoise on that side, but that's mostly strands.
It was a magnificent dump, if you must know.
Jesus Christ, I don't need details on your dump. Ah, dang it! What have I done to myself? Okay, that should be all the regular colors. But I also want to change the size just a little bit. There we go. Ah, damn it, Fireman. You had to go into detail, huh? You had to. Had no other choice here. All right, multiply layers. Let's go. Oh, wait. Kind of set yourself. Yeah, I did. I did indeed. Still need to get the tights here. The tights and everything kind of lacy. No, meshy? Dungeon meshy? Food? Oh, should not make myself hungry right now. It's a bad timing. All right, so I need nice brown, ideally something desaturated and dark. Don't worry. This is gonna look good when finished. Oh, here. Almost forgot about that one. And then a dark purple. Mixed down here. Yeah, actually it is the same purple that is in there. Hair glow. Oh, okay. And then the character has a few blonde strands that I have to add. All over the place. Just gonna go for squiggledy wiggledy stuff. Might even use that brush for that. And I will add a transparency mask onto the strands to make it easier for me. Those strands are everywhere. It also means I will have to draw them all over the place. Everywhere. Even the side bangs. There are also some strands from that over on the purple section. Trying to make them kind of look like they actually come out of the hair. Because else it would just not look right. Question is, are there also some... Nope, no turquoise strands on the blue side, on the red side. Any purple strands on the... Well, that little bit of turquoise, I'm probably not going to add some purple strands on there. But I think the resemblance is there. It's not perfect, but it's close enough. Might as well save it before my critter crashes for some unknown reason. Can always happen. Tired. Just a little bit. And of course, before I forget them, still have to add some stars to the mesh. Do I go for 5 or 4 pronged stars? Let's see. These don't even look like stars. Just like sparkles. Sparkles everywhere! Then I go for 2 pronged. I has a stupid. I has a big stupid. FX stars. Can technically do it very easy. It's not ideal. I'm not happy with it. What's this? Ooh. Ooh, can do that. Can use that for something fun. Environment? Ooh. Ooh. Interesting textures. Yeah, partially I don't even know what half my brushes are doing. But I do have them. So I can try them out whenever. What's this? Ah, okay. Divot? Maybe? Nah, I don't think so. Digital? Probably not. Environments? Also, nope. H and E? H and F? The hell is this? I'm confused by my own brushes. Especially because they... I don't understand my own brushes. Not that I made them, but... Ba ba da 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 ba ba da ba da ba. Ba da ba da ba ba. Okay, that was a wrong note. A very wrong note. Stars. I would say those are stars. Okay, now we can actually go on with some shading. What's this? Okay, that's our gold. I love Kirby. I just absolutely adore Kirby. Especially Kirby's soundtrack makes me happy. Okay, I'll unshade this completely. Well, nah, completely. Because that's going to be our secondary light source. I don't know anything about this character. But if there are cards, it looks like a magician, must be a card magician. It's also kind of nice that this brush is kind of smudgy. It's nice for painting, not quite as nice for if you go for cell shading. Though to be fair, I'm not too great at cell shading. I prefer painting as an approach. Painting just feels a bit more intuitive. Speaking of painting, I actually got a new sketch on the back burner in case someone wants to see some traditional action soon. So, if you're in for watercolor, yeah, it'll happen. It'll happen soon. Technically, this could already be a nose. And just look at those beautiful pupa. I gotta stretch here real quick. Alrighty, better. I feel better now. I hope. I hope I do feel better. I kind of do. We have at soon-ish, I hope, I think, I guess. Mostly, I think. Do, 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 do. Doing the clothes right here is so much easier. Kind of dreading that part here because I'm not quite sure how to shade that properly without messing it up. There are quite a few spots where I'm not sure about the shading. Ooh. Resident Evil. That isn't a blast from the past. I don't know. Yeah, that still kind of works. I think? Maybe? This part here could be a bit difficult. Because that cloth strip is going inside and then back up. So shading it so that the fold here is still believable. Not the easiest task, but definitely doable. I think for that part I'm gonna go for the airbrush to do my unshade work. Unshading. Sounds like an interesting technique. I think I'll keep that. Unshading. That actually works pretty well. Though I also kind of like the shading up here. Also, I have a lot more control over lines if I'm doing the smudgy stuff here. Oh, we lost internet connection. No! How could you? How dare you? Losing internet connection like that. Impossible. You know what? I drew again through a whole ad break. And I'm feeling tired. I'll do the following. I'll get myself quickly some kind of caffeinated beverage and then I'll be right back. Just a minute. Alrighty. Got my caffeine. Sometimes I just need a refill. And then I'll be fine. Or maybe, just maybe, my coffee habit was a little bit too much caffeine and now I have to de-habit? Detox? Caffeine detox makes sense? Oh no, I don't wanna. Living without caffeine would be... not my world. Yeah. Kind of interesting how things just look more realistic as soon as I push around the bright pixels. Now gonna add some shadows where they are still kind of needed. Where they're still feeling right. But with the line art, it also kind of does it by itself. Gold's gonna be fun to color. Oopie. Very spoopy. Heidi spoopy. Kokiri woods, right? Ba-da-ba-da. Ba-da-da-da-da. Ba-da. Alright, now for the lighting. Might even go for a layer on top of the wait, I already do a layer on top of the line art for the lighting and for the shade. Ooh. And then I'll use the exact same transparency there. Alt up here. Why can you not? Oh wait, you did copy, never mind. It's also really nice how detailed that character sheet is. Like there's the whole the whole color palette. I mean, it still gives some room for interpretation. However, it is pretty detailed. Speaking, I'm not the greatest at it. I still do it though. Just kind of funny how specific the person is with the hair glow up here. I guess it's a feature of the character, so I will just work with it. There we go. Speaking is overrated anyway. Yeah, but probably not really entertaining. Alright, and the second color dodge just for the rest. Even throw in some green into the mix if it would actually compute. Blur filter, Gaussian blur, and let's crank that up. Just to make it look cool. Then I can just use... Ooh. And another one that just clips onto the whole thing. Color dodge. This one actually went down pretty quickly. I thought I would take another extra session in my private time to do this, but actually I really like how this is turning out. Also a little bit more sheen on the legs. Hmm. Oh, it's nice how the color dodge kind of interacts with the line art. Like it's not completely turning it magenta, but you can definitely see where it's going. Wait, no, here I need blue. Because that blue swirl is right there. Need more purple here. Gold also going to shine bright. I just keep going. I don't even want to finish. I just keep going. Because I want to add more and more and more stuff to it. Still need, I think, an overlay? Maybe an overlay layer for the gold. But with a little bit more of orange than red. Just for the darker spots to make the gold actually look gold. I don't even know if it's actual gold, but I like to think it is gold. And carefully put in a dark brown so it doesn't shimmer too much. Because yes, that is actually possible. I'm not super happy with the shadow around the boobs. Can probably do a lot better than that. If I can find the right... Wait. There. Of course I have to find the right color for it. Else it just looks kind of weird. There. Maybe also gonna add a few stars here and there. Ooh. Stars. Well, I think I can do with that. Some gold-ish stars. Might need to fudge around with the particle size a little bit. Can I even change the particle size? That's the other thing. I mean, I definitely want to go a little bit darker. It's kind of hard to see. But I got another idea. Nah, probably not with that one, but definitely with one of the VFX brushes. Ba-ba-da-ba. Oh boy. Yeah, no, that's not the one. Nope. Just need to browse. I will find the right thing eventually. How about you? Nah, you're too thin. You don't work for what I'm trying to do here. Nah. I could try the ink brushes. Not the right particles. I'm not happy with this. Come on, Felly, you find something that fits. Nope. Nope. Now it's all trial and error. But mostly error. Maybe one of these? Nicely textured, but not quite what I'm hoping for. Ooh, could do that a lot darker. That's true. Though I already kind of like it, the way it looks. I just feel like I could do more. I just feel like I could do more. Why am I like this? Why? Oh, damn. Oh. Thank you for the 100 bits, Knuckles! I have to get to work and the internet's not good there. Thanks for the great stream. Catch you next time. Thank you very much for the 100 bits. You are actually the first one that sent me bits, so thank you for being the first bit thrower. The very first one. That's a premiere. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You could put a magic circle in the background behind the character. I don't feel like that would be right. I mean, it probably is, but it doesn't feel right. Maybe might even be a bit too much. This is already quite a bit with all the lighting. I really like how this is turning out. Also, I kind of want to add a light. Low. On the back here. Just a little something. Maybe it would be a good idea to just select all of this, row my selection. I wish my window wasn't all the way out there for some reason. Let's grow that by 2. And then I'll probably better if I use the airbrush tool. Go for something very careful. Airbrush tool full throttle. Ooh. Not quite the right color, because this is kind of almost the same value. So I need to either darken here or light up, and lightening up almost looks better. So to explain with the whole value thing, I need to actually add black layer and turn that to color, so you can actually see better what I mean. Because when it comes to value, you kind of want to have a lot of contrast. So you want to have dark and light next to each other, kind of, to distinguish the different elements. Down here, you look at it. Go here, we go here. It's not that far apart. It's almost right next to each other, so I have to either darken it over there or lighten it. I make it darker. Yeah, that's definitely doing the trick. Adding a little bit of just a tiny bit of the purple shine down here. The purple shine doesn't quite work, but the darker shadow definitely does the trick. So yeah, now this is fixed. Also kind of want to add a little bit of darker over here. Just a little bit, to also have a little bit of shading over there. What about the rest? That almost feels like a good idea here. Just darken it a little bit. Now look how she glows. Now look how she glows. Now I can actually fix those boobs. Few more detail shadows right here. And there. Also, I still have to look at all the Steam remote things, because I'm thinking about maybe streaming my gaming from the Steam Deck For some reason, it just doesn't work. It doesn't want to work with the Binding of Isaac. So if I have a game to stream, I'm going for the Steam Deck, so that my PC has less work to do when I'm streaming. Currently, it still kind of works, but I do not trust my GPU far enough. Let alone that the Steam Deck just has a bit more oomph to make that work. The more shadows I add, the more shade I add, the better it looks. Am I doing something right? Am I doing something right? Just better not overdo it, else it just doesn't look like a chibi anymore and more like a bit of a weird amalgamation of a few styles. Ah, that's where that glow is. Might want to turn down the opacity maybe a little bit. Nah. And it doesn't look as magical as it does now. No, just carefully erase a few of those light spots. That should also do it pretty nicely. Ha! Yep, I think I like how this turned out. I would say I'm done. And I would say my back is also done for today. My brain just doesn't want to wake up. Though I'm also still having quite a lot of caffeinated beverage right in front of me. I would say, oops. I would say, go rest thine brain and eyes. Yeah, probably should. Let's see if we can raid someone. If we don't, well, then we don't. If I find someone to raid, then we'll be raiding. Let's see. Following. Omegon is online. We could raid Thor, though I think that might... I don't know. Raiding with 2 people, Thor, just feels kind of weird. Ah, what gives? I'll just call it a day. Then I hope you liked what you saw. I'll post the artwork soon-ish. And I'll see you next time, which is hopefully next week. Until then. have fun with whatever you do, and bye bye.